it's a great opportunity to connect with you on this morning. And I invite you all for this wonderful webinar based Nivesh Mahakumbh from Aditya Birla Sun Life Asset Management Company. And as Gautam was just talking about, it is the 77th Independence Day, which we just celebrated. And this weekend, we are talking about our own financial independence. It is an Amrit Kal we talk about. I mean, our Honorable Prime Minister, who has given a path, next 25 years, which started last year, 2047, as the country celebrates Independence Day, it is going to be the developed economy. And this developing to the developed, the journey of the nation has started. It is for all of us how we can start our journey in this. And with this Amrit Kal, every Indian investor need to get into the prosperity. That's where we intend to. And incidentally, as of last month, from Aditya Birla Sun Life Asset Management, we have this vertical called Investor Education and Distribution Development, which we started these investor education programs 10 years back. We just completed 1 decade, and with this 1 decade, we had reached out. We have organized over 10,000 programs, and we have reached out to 10 lakh people, and we also reached out to over 10 millions on various other initiatives. Our regulator, SEBI, always says educated investor is a empowered investor and informed investor. And this is our intention, is to create that empowered and impacted investor. And you would have surprised what is this Nivesh Mahakumbh all about. Some of you who are coming for the first time. And we started this journey way back in 2015. It is Central India, Jabalpur, the first Nivesh Mahakumbh on ground. And that is a time where the Nashik Kumbh was happening, and we all aware in India it is a spiritual fair we do. It's a Kumbh Mela every 4 years at this rivers where we take auspicious rivers. We take that holy bath, and it is believed that it purifies your soul. And here for the Nivesh Mahakumbh, one doesn't need to take that dip, physical dip, but you need to understand that dip, which is all about the financial literacy. The financial literacy is about that dip is DIP. For me, that is an acronym. It's a delayed gratification, and I is an impact of inflation. P is the power of compounding. And between this, how you run. And today's webinar, as the financial independence, and it's talking about the theme is path to financial freedom. I mean, as we are on the embarking on the mission to Amrit Kal, how each of us can have that path to the financial freedom, financial independence. And financial independence is something like state of having enough financial resources so that we can have a flexibility of living a life of our choice, and we can have enough money for our future so that it can take care of us. It is being free from the stress and struggle which is coming in lack of finances. And that's where the freedom which we get it is a choice we are making it, and it's a choice which we all value. And financial freedom doesn't mean that I need to have a huge bank balance, and I know I have a choice to spend the way I want. It is about what I value and how I need to look at, and how my money is sufficient for me to take care of my future. Recently, we have written an article on an Indian Independence Day, how those 10 commandments can work on the financial freedom. Probably I will just dwell on those few commandments which I can look at. The biggest thing is the first commandment I look at is you need to get there to get your financial independence. It's a clear financial goals. And once you set clear financial goals, then you need to start acting to it. Commandment 2 is starting early to it. Then starting early doesn't mean just investing, but you need to have the financial prudence. Financial prudence is your income minus expense is equal to saving, or income minus saving is equal to expense. How you can redefine the formula, and how you need to avoid the debt which is a high cost, and where you need to build the assets, not the liabilities. Then the fourth commandment is how you can diversify your investments. And fifth one is you should have a long-term approach, because in the short-term market is highly volatile, and there could be a fluctuation which may take you away from it may distract you from the goal. Then you need to have a long-term approach. Then the sixth commandment is you need to I think Gautam was talking earlier, continuously educated, staying well informed. World is changing faster, markets will move faster, and how you need to get there. And the seventh commandment, I mean, I come from the mutual fund industry, and many of you would have heard mutual fund SIA and the campaigns of SIPs. Mutual fund SIP could be the one campaign in our journey, and we have an exclusive session today, how these SIPs can make you to that financial freedom, and that is the seventh commandment. Eighth commandment is, periodically reviewing your portfolios and looking at and rebalancing it. And ninth commandment you need to look at is how you can manage your emotions and how you need to look at your professional financial. The 10th commandment is get one right financial advisor. Here, just before I dwell on something else, I would like to talk to you a couple of things. It's a, as I said earlier, income minus expense. Similarly, there is a, at a lower end of when you start your career, it is a income minus expense is equal to savings, but income minus savings is equal to expense. Here the gap between an income and expense, we talk income and as we grow up, I mean, financial freedom, why it will become a moving target. I mean, once you reach to a substantial wealth, there is a between income and there is an ego. And what you need to do is you need to get that independence, keeping the ego out of your income, so that you don't need to have that car which your neighbor owns. I mean, probably what you deserve you can get there, and that's where you need to look at. I mean, take care of one. And third is the expectations which we get it. Today we are talking about Amrit Kal. There is a, we always look at market forward, but you need to look at the, I mean, not the forecast, look at the history. Things may not be always great, and you need to be take care of that. Then you need to look what kind of impact you can look at. This is one session, we have an exclusive, and then we have a separate session for you. And there's a master class from my CIO, Mr. Mahesh Patil. And then you have also have a session which is talking about the retirement plan. We call it as a golden age plan. That is a GAP. And incidentally, this is a GAP for most of us. It is a gap. We tend to postpone our golden age plan because it's a very long-term dream, and we don't even look at that is immediately I need to accomplish. And that's the reason we postpone. And probably for me, that golden age, if you have to get gold out of your golden age, gold is an acronym for me. That is a G is, you need to gainfully engaged and gainfully invested too. And the O is optimally invested. L is your lifestyle, how you can look at how you define your lifestyle, and D is the discipline, not the distraction. Probably we can have this look old stuff of it. And there will be an exclusive session today, and most of us, it's like at Aditya Birla Sun Life Asset Management, last couple of years we have embarked, we do a lot of community engagements. For example, for Faujis, we have a Fauji Nivesh teachers, there is a separate program for us, and we have a doctors. Similarly, for the exclusive for the women, I mean, celebrating the India's women power, we have launched an initiative called For Her. This is a vision of my boss, my CEO, Mr. Balasubramaniam, and we have a mission to lead every woman in the country to reach to the financial freedom. That's financial independence. And we have an exclusive session where we today, why the freedom for the women need to take an active participation, because there is a large number of women are joining in the working force, and in the last 2 years we have seen one third of the new folios are coming from the women, and women need to get educated on the financial independence, and that's where we need to look at. And women tend to live little longer, and there is also going to be a larger inheritance which is going to happen. And I was doing a session in Banaras Hindu University. There is one economist who was there who was mentioning to me there is why it is the important of the financial educating the women. He said the day we are getting the heart of the home economy will become the center of the Indian economy. Means if every woman participates, that's where we can get that true independence, true financial independence to the family. And this is like my boss keeps saying, if you are educating a man, you are educating one person. If you are educating a woman, you are educating the entire family. This is where the financial education for women, we have a session. And today we also talk about SIP. I mean, we have launched a campaign called Gargar SIP and Gargar Mutual Fund Hargar SIP. For me, SIP is, though it looks a simple tool, but it can become a broader one. We will have a deliberations on this because I mean, there is one quote which Mr. Warren Buffett said: the only way to achieve the financial independence is to start saving and investing early and investing often. And probably this is where the SIP works in. That SIP for me is SIP, that is stepping into the prosperity. And today, asset managements and the mutual funds in the country, we have little over 6.8 crores of SIP accounts. Over last 10 years, it's almost become 6 to 7 folds. And today we get a little over 16,000 crores of SIP money, and SIP has become a true momentum in the country. With this, I will invite you all for this session, and it's a financial independence is not an event; it's a journey. Keep joining us and keep working on it, and it's about continuously learning and educating. And thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much, Gautam, and wishing a wonderful session today.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rao. Indeed, some golden words of advice, and it's all about sense and sensibility, especially as you look forward to staying the course on your journey for financial independence. Thank you so much, Mr. Rao, for joining in and sharing your thoughts on the topic.
An investor education and awareness initiative of Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.